Hi, this is John from Ilium Works, and today we're going to install the adjustable brake lever for the K1600 GT that has either the Ilium Works sport boards, which are lower than the stock pegs, or stock pegs with somebody else's lowering kit. Okay. Although it's not really necessary to remove the foot pegs or the floorboards, we did so just to make this easier to see. First thing we're going to do before we do anything is measure the amount of free play in the brake lever. And just bring the tape measure right up to the top of the lever and then depress it until we start to feel resistance. We'll see we have about a ½ inch of travel there. We're going to want to have that much free play travel when we're done adjusting the new lever. Using a mechanics hook, we're going to want to remove the return spring, and you sort of have to do it by feel. You can't see in there. Leave the hook attached to the spring. It's a lot easier than finding it after you've launched it across the shop floor. Using the T45 driver, we're going to remove the bolt. It secures the stock brake lever. Now we're going to unclip and remove the clevis pin that secures the brake lever to the master cylinder actuating rod. We're going to keep the clip and the bolt for use with the new brake lever. We have all the bushings and washers oriented correctly with the tie wrap here. We'll cut the tie wrap, but try not to disturb the stack here so everything goes back the way it's supposed to. I'm going to put the bolt through, and you can see that there are index holes and a pin on the outer bushing. This is an eccentric, and that's what gives us our adjustment. We're going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the threads. Offer up the brake lever and get the bolt started. And just get it in part way. You need to have enough room to be able to adjust your eccentric bushing. We're going to put the clevis pin back in and get it clipped onto the actuating rod. Okay, now that you have the bolt partially in and the actuating rod attached to the end of the brake lever, we can rotate the eccentric bushing and see how we're raising and lowering the end of the brake lever. It also moves fore and aft a bit, so you have a pretty wide range of possibilities of where you want to locate this. Most guys, that if they're putting lowered boards or pegs on their bike, are going to want to adjust it towards the lowest position. If the index pin is in the 12 o'clock position, that's going to be the lowest the lever can go. 6 o'clock is the highest position, which is just slightly lower than the stock position. The pin in 3 o'clock is the farthest rearward, and at 9 o'clock it's the farthest forward. Okay, once we've determined where we want the brake lever to be positioned, we find the appropriate hole, index hole for the pin, slide the bushing in, and we will tighten up the bolt. And then torque it. Torque wrench is set to 17 foot-pounds or 22 Newton meters. Make sure everything operates correctly. Okay, now we're going to reattach the brake lever return spring to the nub on the back of the lever, making sure it's in the slot. And we'll see that pulls the brake lever way up. We have way too much free play there. Use the 1/8" Allen wrench to go in through the bottom and engage the set screw that will now bring the brake lever down, and we'll keep adjusting until we get the appropriate amount of free play. We still have more than our 1/2 inch there. And a little bit more. Still a little bit too much. There we go. That looks pretty good there. Now we're going to tighten up the jam nut. And using the 7/16 wrench, we will lock the set screw into position. Check everything again to verify that we have the correct amount of free play. Double check to make sure everything's tightened up and put back the way it belongs, and you're done.